The cat's pajamas. I don't. I've never heard that. I've never heard that before. So either you're much older than I am, or much younger than I am. That guy theory. I've heard the bee's knees. I've never heard the cat's pajamas. Raffles, let me ask you this though, Raffles. If you were to go off client and cheat in matchmaking right now and get VAC banned, and then you uninstall the cheats and then try to play an ESEA, would it allow it? So I'm not saying VAC caught it and ESEA won't. What I'm saying is if you're banned in one, are you banned in the other? In a VAC to ESEA way, Valve to ESEA way. So you would be able to play. Yeah, see, I don't like that, man. That irks me. I am irked. Yeah, I don't think it was Jaguar, but there's no way to actually prevent that from happening other than you can, you make them sign a contract of some kind and hold legal action if they were to do that. I don't know the cat's pajamas. Don't know the cat's pajamas. There we go. Thank you, Sean. So Todd's excited. Anger's excited. Should be excited. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, Raffles. That if ESEA comes out and they say the only people we're banning are people that were cheating on our system that we caught with our client, then that's the statement. I don't know why this thing keeps going out of focus. And that if that's what their statement is, that's what the statement is. I'm asking for that statement, and I would hope they'd make a different statement. But if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I wouldn't say the ESEA client is insufficient, and I would actually say that it's still better than VAC. What VAC did today was take very, very large strides. So I would definitely say the ESEA client is much better than what Valve has ever delivered in terms of anti-cheat. I don't think there's any way you can even question it. It's not so much if they're running a cheat that Valve caught that ESEA didn't, because I don't think that's the case. I think the case is if they cheated on matchmaking or on a server, not on the client, and Valve banned them, so that Steam ID is banned, should they be able to play with at all or with that Steam ID on ESEA, knowing that that person is a cheater? Now, they may not have never cheated on ESEA, but they have cheated. Do you ban them? That's kind of the question there. And there are rumors that they manual ban. They say they don't. They say some people say they do. Some people say they don't. I have an opinion on that, but I can't prove it. Yeah, and I agree. I agree, Raffles. I don't think ESEA client is insufficient. I think it's probably number one or number two in terms of anti-cheat right now for global offensive. And see, and P Hair, that's an awesome name, dude. P Hair 14 said you can't, but we were being told that you can if it was already in there. And Cadillac saying that's been ESEA proof for a while. Some people say it is. Some people say it's not. I actually did hear, Cadillac, that you did get manually banned because somebody else got caught. But I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, not gonna say you didn't cheat. We know you cheated. That's cool. We know. We know. But the deal is, I mean, and Cadillac, maybe you recognize the significance of Valve catching Organer, because that's a big deal. Yeah, and Caveman, that's yeah. So okay, that's actually a good point. Let me clarify that. All right, so just stick with me here for a second. If you got banned by Valve for cheating outside of ESEA, and that Steam ID that got banned is already in ESEA, what we're being told is that you can still play in ESEA because their servers aren't VAC secure because that's how they run their anti-cheat. The other question is, if they do ban that, like if that ID can no longer connect, the player has the ability to change their Steam ID one time per month or something like that. So there's the potential that we'll see a whole bunch of new Steam IDs being lit up for players on ESEA. That's a good point, Caveman. Thank you. Hopefully I explained that a little bit clearer. And yeah, Ruffles, the fact that Cadillac cheated. Make me sad, Cadillac. Why did you cheat, Cadillac? I don't know if you'd be willing to tell us. I'm just curious why people feel the need to cheat. Makes me sad. Can you get VAC? No, you cannot. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Pierre. You cannot get VAC banned cheating on ESEA. You cannot. So if you guys are gonna love my MS Paint skills, right? Let's see, ESEA, right, and then VAC. What I'm asking, if you get caught cheating here, can you still play here, or does it, kind of do this and then you can't? If you get caught cheating here, there's nothing that goes this way. This doesn't exist. So hopefully that made it a little bit better. So you cheated because ESEA made you upset. And I felt it was time to screw ESEA over the same way it does to all their players. So what did I'm interested, Cadillac. What did they do? What did they do that upset you originally? I'm curious. Cheats still work on ESEA. That's not good. Ban admins and doing nothing about cheatings. What I'm not. Oh, bad admins. Okay, so the bad admins and the fact that they weren't preventing cheating made you say, "Screw these guys! I'm going to cheat and ruin their days." Gotcha. Sick neck beard, dude. That's not a neck beard, man. It's pretty. It's just pretty. It's very Semphis inspired. He inspired me to let this thing grow. It's pretty unruly. It's weird when I shower and I get out of the shower, I got to dry my beard off now. It's kind of exciting. Yeah, well, I mean, 414 rush. What would you have done if you said, "Yeah, I'm cheating"? I mean, that's just the way it goes, I guess. ESEA should embrace VAC system and implement their own AC system. Then we can use their client to organize leagues. Yeah, they won't do that. That would be introducing competition to themselves. That they wouldn't make that just based as a business decision. I try to help them prevent cheating, and they nuke your and tell you to screw off. Nobody's cheating. Okay. Cadillac, if you can follow me on here, I would like to have a conversation with you. As you probably, I don't know if you were on it earlier. I've recently been, so I posted this thread here. Where is it? I wanted to host an online tournament for fun and just let people play, and with an opportunity for a prize pot. And everybody on ESEA said, "Will not play. It's not on the client. To hell with that." And that upset me. So I was actually going through the motions to figure out what it would take for an anti-cheat client to be developed, to make it good, to do all kinds of stuff like that. And I think you might have some of that information, which would be interesting to get from your perspective. Client is only as good as the ESEA users say it is. It is good if comparatively speaking. If you were to line up easy anti-cheat that Leetway is using, the UAC that some people use as a universal thing, ESL, Sivo's Paladin, if you were to line them up, ESEA is towards the top or at the top of that list. So that's their anti-cheat is really good. It's no anti-cheat is ever going to catch 100% of cheats unless they completely change the way computing takes place. There's actually a really cool company. This is completely different than gaming, but this company, they use what they call a microvisor. I'll just leave you guys with this site, bromium.com. It's a fascinating approach to security, more so for viruses and malware, but there's ways that they could nuke some certain things that happen that exploit kernel mode drivers and stuff. As long as we watch demos, all you have to do is watch demos. I guess you're saying that see who's cheating. Calic, that's what you mean. Sivo Spangler, contact us for our event. Follow me on the stream, Steve. Or Spangler, I'll drop you a note. ESEA refuses to watch demo. Siva does, but not the best client. But they catch and ban every use unless they're a legit good cheater. ESEA wants to rely solely on the client. Sivo bans manual all day. Siva doesn't ban the corrupt admins who cheat in matches. Yeah. Interesting conversation happening there. Let's go back to the forums here. Yeah, there's quality trolling right there. Yeah, I would really like an answer from ESEA on that. I think it's important enough that maybe we just keep bumping this thread until we get an answer. Bump it in a bit. Wow, you guys chatted that up. Holy crap. Sivo lets cheaters win leagues. ESEA's bias. Yeah, that would be interesting, that guy theory. I don't think it would be worth it to combine them all. Maybe to combine the techniques they all use into one really good one. But like I said, it's just like antivirus. You're going to have constant back and forth, and you'll never hit 100%. It's just the nature of the beast. I would just simply, Alex Green, I would just point to the ban list and look at the people they've banned. It's a pretty significant list of people. And there are a lot of surprise bans, meaning people that you didn't think were cheating. So it's not just like really blatant kids either. And also, so to speak technically to that, ESEA can operate in ring 0, and EAC, UAC, those other ones don't. So from a technical perspective, it's more capable of preventing or detecting those cheats, where the other ones, from a technology, an actual software, computer science perspective, couldn't be detected. Yes, Synergy. I couldn't comment on that. That's his decision, how he wants to act, right? He's consistent. That's one way you could say it. You guys are chatting so fast. Yeah, Biscuit. That's the reason people stick around, is that there's no alternative. There's no ship to jump onto. So if you were to jump off ESEA, there's not something with a pug system like that you could land on. Leetway's coming up, but they don't have the same anti-cheat, so there's really no one-to-one. ESL is the other really good anti-cheat, and they also hit ring 0. So again, from a technology perspective, they have more capabilities than EAC, UAC, some of the other ones. I can't speak to the new Sivo because I haven't participated in it yet, but we'll see. I don't know. That's a good question. It looked like he was cheating, but I'm not sure. I didn't say it's the best merely because I'm paying for it. I think I laid out a pretty logical explanation as to why it's a better. Its implementation from a technology perspective is better. 64-bit Windows, that's a whole different thing. I can, I can get on that here in a second. Okay, so I'll run through that. So 64-bit enforcing 64-bit makes the organners of the world not irrelevant, but easier to detect because they don't have the ability to use certain exploits that they have that let them run in this ring 0 or the kernel where they have low-level system access. 64-bit, from what I've read, Windows has a driver certification and signing thing that uses some code integrity technology that basically says that you can't. It's much, much, much more difficult. I don't know that it's impossible for them to get access to low-level system things and run in Ring 0 with 64-bit. So that's the thought process behind there. There's still cheats for 64-bit, but I think they're significantly easier to detect. And if they did that, BL4K, if they enforced it, they would obviously isolate some players that maybe haven't upgraded. I can't imagine why people aren't running 64-bit in 2013, but I'm sure that they're out there, legitimately out there. I don't think ESEA will watch demos either. They've got confidence in their anti-cheat, and again, the anti-cheat's good. It's not going to catch all of them, and maybe if they watch demos, it could, but there's a lot of time that would be required for people to do the demo review. Yes, yep, ESEA and ESCL. I'm like 95% on ESCL, and I think they advertise it that way too. Let's see. Yeah, yep, right there, clear as day. So yeah, from a technology perspective, they're a good anti-cheat as well. Yeah, so I'm not, and I don't know how you could have taken it from what I've been saying. I don't have like a big ESEA flag that I'm waving at all. But from a pure technology perspective, their anti-cheat is better than the other ones. The exception being ESL. They have an equally, if not maybe better, anti-cheat client. But in North America, ESEA's is at the top of the list.